Akai MPC1 and the Roland SP-404MKII. A lot of people have both, but today I'm going to show you one of my workflows for being able to sample the MPC1 into the Roland SP-404. What's going on, guys? It's your brother O.T.G. The O.T.G's for Overtime Grind. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today I got my SP-404MKII, my MPC1, and my Roland J6. You know, you could get all of the stuff that you need to hook these things up right in the description. Right now what I'm doing is I'm recording my Smackers kit from my MPC over to my SP-404MKII. You could get the Smackers kit down in the description. It comes with a wave folder for the SP-404, and it comes with a MPC drum kit file to load it up on your MPC. And what I'm going to do is today I want to show a workflow of being able to use your MPC1 to create samples for the SP-404. A lot of people will ask, why do you do this? Why do this, O.T.G.? One is because I can. Two is because the way the SP handles things sometimes, it's just a sampler. Also, you know, the ability to be able to play the drums and then play the piano on the MPC, or utilize the MPC plugins while utilizing the Roland SP for drums, and then utilize skip back as a way to get everything that I need back. You know, we'll get into some more advanced workflows that I've created for myself that help me get things done. But right now we're going to start with a basic one. So I've showed you guys a bunch of times before how to record in a loop into your SP-404. But what you could do is what I'm doing now is find the sound that you like. You know, so I like these chords. I'm using genre 72 on my Roland J6. It's playing the stage piano on the MPC1. The MPC has Flavor Pro on the stage piano, the effect. And so what I'm doing is finding the chords that I like and just playing them to a pad. And once I find them, I'm going to hit record, press the pad that I want to record to, and then play that in. And it's really that simple. You know, now we're going to do it again. And the plus that this gives is, A, you have your loops, and I now have a sound, my own sounds I can sample, I can warp and do some things with inside of the SP-404MKII. Also, it gives me the ability to do some things outside of the norm in the MPC. I know a lot of people utilize the SP-404 for effects. You know, I'm 100% DAWless, so when I have my SP-404, instead of loading samples or trying to find piano samples or try anything, my MPC1 has all of the MPC plugins, so it now makes my MPC1 a super powerful sound module with unlimited sound design possibilities, and the ability to be able to record that in directly to a pad on the SP and be able to make some edits to it like I'm doing right now. Make some things a little bit quicker than what it would be on the MPC if I was to, you know, play the same thing and then sample it and then bust it down. And this is one of the workflows that I love with my SP, is because some days I'm just on my SP-404MKII, and the fact that it has keeps 16 projects in the memory and 160 gigabytes in the memory is a great thing. The other option, because it is battery powered, that definitely helps as well. What that does is that gives me the ability to play with some sounds and start to think as a producer when I am away from my MPC. And some of the things that I long for in my SP-404, when I get back to my MPC, it makes it a little better. So one of the perfect examples of two things that are different in the MPC straight out of the gate from the SP is, if you notice, when I sample straight to my SP-404, it goes in note on mode, which we call gate mode. If I turn off the gate, then it plays the sample as a one shot. On the MPC, that's something that you have to go into program edit and go in and switch to note on. I do have a video that kind of explains that. You could check out that video on my channel. Now, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you check out the masterclass for both of these, for the MPC and the SP-404MKII. It also has Roland J6 information. Make sure you check out for the Roland SP-404MKII, the cheat sheet with over 30 button combinations. Also comes with a bunch of sounds. There's different levels. All of them come with lifetime updates. These are my main tools of choice. So I'll be making video content long term on these three things. I also utilize Reason and other stuff, Machine. You can find those classes over there. I have an MPC-1 masterclass that comes with just the basic masterclass, and then the top version comes with 16 gigabytes of expansions, over 45 expansions. So check those things out in the description. Okay, so now we're here. We're at beat making zone. We are now. You can start to see, you know, the benefit of how we could do this, because we get to a pattern pretty quickly. We got some sounds going. You know, we got a nice arrangement. Now I could start to dig a little further into my MPC and start to find some other sounds. So, you know, I definitely want to add some strings. I definitely might want to add, something else, like maybe some bells or some piz, you know, general instruments. And they're still sampled, so I could save those individual samples now on my SP-404, utilize those, bring them back in my MPC and chop it down and make a beat out of that. Or I could just save them in my SP-404 for later and make some drum kits and different things for that as well. So having both of these and ping-ponging them, one with the sounds recording in, which is the SP-404, and doing what I say all the time, which is making sure that you are saving properly on your SD cards and or your built-in hard drive or whatever you're utilizing. Make sure you're saving your stuff properly, man. Make sure you're backing up your SP every month. Once you fill up 16 projects, go ahead, hook it up to the app, bounce it down to a folder, say export all the projects to a folder and label them with the week and the date. That's extremely important. And on your MPC, you want to do the same thing. So now we're going to go over to the string section, and you can see now, you know, this is where the fun begins. It's like having unlimited instruments and unlimited power at my hands, in my hands. So I could take these strings, I could go inside of program edit and start to affect the way they sound and how they actually maneuver in the beat. I could stack up 4 or 5 different effects before I even add effects inside of my Roland SP-404. So right now I'm going to turn these to the Piz. You know, you give it a second to load, and now we have the ability to have strings inside of our SP-404MKII. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all of that cool stuff. Hit the notification bell. All right, so the cool thing about the Roland J6 is that when you take it out of chord mode, it still plays in key. It plays all the keys inside of that chord progression. So essentially, you know, long as you stay inside of that specific genre, you can build out and never kind of go out of key, which is a great thing when you're talking efficiency of beat making. So if we're trying to make a beat, it makes it pretty simple to start to get some stuff done without having to worry about the key. Everything else should be audible. You should be able to hear it if it's too far off. All right, so now we're gonna turn the gate off. We're gonna add these Piz in there. All right, and now I'm going to go to bank 2. On bank 2, we're going to start adding some more stuff. So now I'm going to turn the strings back to a full set. I'm going to turn them to sustain instead of marcato, which gives you like a hit and then a slow attack going up. Right now, we're just going to use the sustain. We're going to turn the chords back on, and I like those 2 notes. So what I'm going to do is just stop my beat. Boom, and then I'm gonna hit record. I'm gonna select the pad, and once I select the pad, it's gonna say wait, and I'm gonna hold the pad for a while because I have a long note. I want to record a long note in there because I might want it to play for a bar and alternate. This one I'm gonna play shorter because it's just the alternative note. So here we go in, and now we're just going to utilize gate mode. This is one of those things where if I had did this on the MPC, we would have to assign it to a pad, then we would have to assign it to a mute group, and or we would have to set the pads to no on mode, to something that the SP just kind of does quickly. You know, that's one of the small things that I like about it. And I like having my MPC where I have the option to chop it down and decide what I want to do if I wanted to do it a little bit further. So, you know, I tell guys all the time, if you are looking to get an SP-404 just because you want to play with the effects, you might be disappointed. But if you want to get an SP-404 because you're into sampling and you're into alternative ways of making some cool beats, you know, and utilizing something that can really spark some creativity, but you're going to have to just say okay to the workflow. The workflow's not going to bend for you. You're going to have to figure out how to make it work. I think that the SP-404 is great for a lot of guys with an MPC who are looking to do something like that. You know, this workflow that I'm using right now, I really like it. It's something that I do a lot. You know, some days I just hop in my MPC for my MPC videos. You can see it takes about 18 minutes on average for me to make a beat from start to finish in the MPC. It's about the same for me in the SP-404. But what the SP-404 does is give me unlimited memory because we're using wave samples. So essentially, I could just keep adding and adding and adding and adding and adding, and I could really make a super complex beat on the SP, where on the MPC, I might possibly run out of RAM. I don't really run out of RAM too much or run out of memory, but it could be a thing. You know, I'm always cognizant of that, so I try not to add that many sounds. All right, so we got a bell. Let's turn down that volume. All right, let's go ahead and add the mini Ds. Let's just find us a pretty basic lead that we could put on there, throw it on, record it, and then we could start messing around with the mutes. So one of the keys when your beat gets very full is to utilize the new mute group, or mute. I don't even know what's the correct terminology, but you know, there's like a screen where you can now operate the mutes and turn things on and off. If you hold shift, reverse, and then remain, it will go into a mode. I can't think of what the mode's called off the top of the head, but it's essentially like a mute menu or something where you could go in there and kind of see what's muted, what's not muted. All the pads will be white that are unmuted, and then if you mute them, they'll turn red. So, you know, after we get this bell in here and get some stuff done, you know, we want to go ahead and hop into that mute mode and start messing around and see what we got. I might add a church bell. I always think beats like this sound good with the bell in it. Well, let's just go ahead and do this so you can see. Boom. Now if I push a pad and it turns red, it's muted. Let's mute those pids. And now you can see what it sounds like, you know what I mean? Let's throw a snare on there. You could still build while it's in mute mode. So, you know, you could go through and mute some stuff if you wanted to. Let's throw our church bell on there. Yep, now that sounds good. So, inshallah, you found some value in this video. Hopefully you found something that you could learn and use later on. This is one of the workflows that I utilize with my MPC. It's just sampling over all of the notes and drums and everything that I want to play, and then arranging it inside of the SP-404. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. It's your brother O.T.G.